All right, this is my audience. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do this. Good afternoon. My name is Ethan Perry. Now, millions of people today woke up and decided to check their phone or to get on the computer to check what the latest news is. I know walking in here today, several of y'all were on a computer using the internet. Now, these millions of people are using the internet wanting the same thing that we all want, a free and unbiased internet. You may have heard or seen the commercials from Dish Network, the television provider, where you can pay $35.99 for 30 basic channels, or you can pay $99 and get 180 channels plus sports. And this is what we would call a tier system. The more you pay, the more you get. The less you pay, the less you get. Now, the repeal of net neutrality is almost exactly like this. And the repeal of net neutrality was not beneficial for Americans. Now, you kind of need to understand what net neutrality is. Lisa Lynch, in her article, Net Neutrality and Its Implications, states that the history of net neutrality is really kind of complex but also simple. In 2003, that's when the phrase really was coined into being, where it states that internet providers should treat all traffic on the internet equally without bias. Wayne Rash, in his article, What Net Neutrality Really Means, in 2015, he states that the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, reclassified broadband internet from Title I to Title II of the Telecommunications Act. This gave more freedom to the public. So for every single one of y'all, including myself, there was more freedom in the internet and what we had to do and what we were paying and what we were getting or not getting. Now, this reclassification went from Title I to Title II. This basically stated that ISPs, or internet service providers, could not throttle your usage without letting you know, or cap your data without letting you know. Again, this is just giving us more freedom and more information and knowledge. However, the problem is there. Well, what are we supposed to do? What this means to society now is that broadband internet is classified as Title I. So it was changed from Title I to Title II in 2015, but it was just recently repealed in December of 2017 to become Title I again. So what does this mean for all of us? Well, this means that providers no longer have to let you know that they're going to throttle your usage, meaning slow it down or speed it up depending on the website you're on. They can cap your data without letting you know. So if you're getting 10 gigabytes a month and they just decide, we're going to actually make it 5, and that they don't have to tell you that. And that also means that they can charge you for extra services that you don't even want to use. Now imagine you're sending an email to your friend and you're stating that Verizon Wireless is the best cell phone provider, but your internet's from AT&T. This allows them to slow or even block that email from getting through because they don't agree with the information that you're sending. Now, companies with more money are going to get more privilege because they can buy and do whatever they want in the fast lanes. So with all this, what are you supposed to do? Well, John Miley, in his article, 5 Cues or Questions About Net Neutrality, says that one benefit you're going to notice, so there is a benefit to some of this. You may have seen the commercials for Verizon or Sprint or AT&T stating that Hulu and Netflix for free subscription because of your service. That's because these companies decided to team together to save money. And that may be a benefit for you, but there's a lot of downfalls for other companies that are going to die out because they don't have the money to team up with other companies. But consumers may notice so-called fast lanes or slow lanes, where the company with more money, more resources, will have faster streaming, and others are going to be held back or slowed down. Michael Simon, in his article, The FCC Votes to Kill Net Neutrality, notes that in the most extreme case, internet service providers could charge a flat rate for basic internet access and tack on extra fees for access to popular sites such as Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. This is just going back to that kind of Dish Network tier system where you're going to pay for this, but if you want more, you've got to pay a lot more. So net neutrality was repealed in December of 2017, but it actually went into effect April 23rd, just a couple days ago. Now, what can be done by all of us? You could write Congress, you could do things like that, but Congress is actually in the process and has 60 days total from enactment to reverse this repeal by the FCC. Now on the near side, you're really not going to see a lot of these effects come into fruition, but in the future you're going to see price hikes, you're going to see data slowage, and ultimately you may even see some of your information being switched with other information. So if AT&T teams up with Hulu, you're going to see nothing but Hulu ads rather than Netflix, even though you may prefer to see Netflix or Amazon streaming over that. It's all about who has more money and who's going to work with what company. Net neutrality is a complex issue that is still ongoing. The internet should be an equal field where what you pay is exactly what you get, with no additional charges or sneaky slowing of usage. Now, the repeal of net neutrality is a problem, but there still is hope. Thank you. All right, come on, focus. 1 card and 2 card, no backs.